Starting at the back patio here, we got a gradual slopier patio surface. We got some cracking around the corners, which is pretty typical. We'll get some moisture around these corners. These columns will settle down. Then we get the crack along the corners. We're getting more cracks. There's a lot of moisture. There isn't very adequate drainage in the backyard. Most of our houses are meant to drain towards the street. Obviously, this back wall is preventing any sort of drainage to the rear. So we've really got to try and get drainage to the front alongside this side of the house and that side of the house. And because there's trees in the way and because there's a fence and air conditioner in the way, there's really not very good drainage. Got a water feature back here. Hasn't been used in a while. We don't test water features unless they're already operational. I'll take a look at it and make sure everything's functional and not leaking. But back to the slab, we've got some more cracking here. Another pretty major crack here. The cracks are just telling me that the soil underneath, the stability is decreased, so everything is kind of settled. It found a hard spot in the middle and it settled around the hard spot. So if we take a look at the slab here, you can see it's raised right there. My best guess is that's a root from that tree over there. Coming in underneath the slab, poking it up, pushing up the slab right in this area. Everything around it is sloping. Everything around it has gotten soft. There's a pretty obvious area over here on the side where tree roots have caused problems. You can see a raised area here. Trip hazards. These big mesquite trees are just as crazy above ground as they are below ground. Taking another look at it this way, you can really see the trip hazards now. So the roots are coming in underneath the slab. The problem with doing this right here is it's raising the slab on the outside, but it's not raising the slab here. So what is it doing? It's creating a grade back to your foundation, and you're gonna have settlement issues. If we look along the foundation, we don't see too many issues yet. There's a few small cracks. There's a horizontal crack there. Doesn't look too severe, but again, it's blocked by the sidewalk. We can't see the bottom of the foundation because there's a sidewalk in the way. Just the way they built the house. But even extending into the front here, another mesquite tree. Pushing up the sidewalk in several areas, creating trip hazards. Now the issue here in the front, same as in the back, this is lifting because of the roots that run underneath here. So this concrete is higher than that concrete over there. So we've got all this dark spot, all this staining because water is running in this area when it rains, and it's staying here until it evaporates. That's why we've got so much staining. We really need to try and get the water away from the foundation so the sidewalk doesn't settle and lead to foundation settling. We do have drill and fill marks. Had a couple termites here. With the moisture, with the water retention, it's not surprising. Drippy fixture at the front. Looking along the foundation, old termite tube. Those hairline cracks are just an indication that the slab is moving a little bit. But this is the garage. This isn't as thick as the rest of the slab. In the front, they have another wonderful mesquite tree that has caused some uplift that they've already taken care of. So they came in with a sander and a grinder and ground that down. So nobody's tripping on that anymore. Probably going to have to do that on the side of the house and in the front back here. Most of the concrete in the front is good. Just wanted to show you over here on the side. A little bit more cracking. Minor cracking, nothing major. But termite tubes. And they're active. Shouldn't tear away the termite tubes until after they treat it. I think it's been treated recently, so I'm just checking to confirm that they're still present. Typically you leave them up for about 3 months after the treatment and then let the treatment company clean them off. So just because it doesn't rain much in Arizona doesn't mean we have water issues. We don't have water issues. They're everywhere. They create problems in our house, in our yard, in our attics. Create problems everywhere in the house. It's the number one damage to our house is wet water. Not only the trees leaving some problems down here at the slab, but they're starting to rub on the chimney up top.